Predictions is back. Game week 25.
Wembley, where the famous Bolt Wanderers and we're going to Wembley.
Okay, that's great. Our club is doing well.
I have been singing all week, you know that.
But we need to keep this Premier League related.
Oh, Nico Cantor, 2 points, Theo. I got 4, you got 5. And you know what, Theo? We bring on an American, lovely lad though he is. We're always going to win.
15,000 likes. Mark Goldbridge will be the guest on Premier League predictions next week.
No way.
Absolutely serious.
Against Wolverhampton Wanderers, 6th against 15th. Fulham have now won 2 in a row, Theo. A bit of a smash and grab against Brighton, though.
I couldn't believe it. You watch the highlights. Brighton attack, Brighton chance, a miss, a save. And then Solomon gets a run down the left, pops it in the goal, and the away end goes wild. It was so smash and grab, but you have to give it to them.
I tell you what, it was all about King Solomon, Fulham, Theo. If they win this one, they go level on points with Newcastle.
And what's incredible is Newcastle don't have a game, so they'll pile on the pressure for them next week, where they've got to play City away, so life doesn't get any easier. Fulham need to capitalise here. What's your prediction?
Well, first of all, can someone please explain Wolverhampton Wanderers, Theo? Because they had a great run, they bounce out the relegation zone, then they go and lose at home to Bournemouth.
I don't understand it. They had a great run, and the funny thing is, they had 12 corner kicks in that match, but an XG of 1.25.
You know what, Theo? Not a lot of goals come from corners. Yeah.
When they score goals, it's the occasional Ruben Neves or occasionally an Adama Traore scrappy finish like they did away at Southampton, but they don't have a striker who finishes. There is no one there to finish off their chances. That's why their XG is low. They're not having shots on goal. I have a weird feeling this is going to be a 1-1 draw. And I'm going to say Matheus Cunha to finally score. I've roasted him. Yeah. But I'm going to go out there and say this is the game he finally grabs a goal.
What I want to know, Theo, you haven't told me yet, who is the guest?
Oh, it's Big John.
No, it's not. It's not Big John.
Big John.
Bosh! You are kidding me.
He's got Bosches from all different countries.
Wow. Do you think he'll do his Zabosh? That's my favourite.
Right, hello everybody. It's Big John here. Now, I'm never normally wrong, but I reckon I'm going to be wrong on quite a few of these. Right, Fulham v Wolves. Quite an easy one for me. I think a victory for Fulham. Home soil, playing very well. Riding the crest of the wave. Top half of the table. I fancy Fulham at home 2-1.
Bosh, you've got to love that guy. But Everton against Aston Villa, Theo, 16th against 11th. Now, Everton under Sean Dyche won 2 out of 3, both at home. What do you think?
Sean Dyche has changed that club, isn't it? They're playing with a bite about themselves. Against Leeds, they had a bit of a scrap, and you could see the Toffees players pouncing in. There's a real ambiance inside that stadium. Any club that goes there is going to find it difficult. This is the perfect opportunity for Goodison to get the 3rd win in a row and just smash it. They could bring anyone and they'll win 1-0.
I know, it's the curse of Thogdad, isn't it? I said they're going to do well, they go and lose 3. At least Ollie Watkins is scoring. But talking of scoring, Theo, Seamus Coleman.
Yes, did he mean it?
Yes, he did. He saw Melier off his line, and that's a brilliant goal.
Or did he think, I'm not that quick, and this is what he said in his interview, I'm not that quick, I just wanted to get a touch on it, and hopefully someone would be in the box to knock it in. I'm not convinced by Unai Emery at the moment. Yes, they're scoring goals, and they have done, and they'll probably sneak one in this game, but Everton need to score 2. My prediction is Everton 2, Aston Villa 1, with Tarkowski with a Thogdad bullet header in the 87th minute.
You've hit the nail on the head, Theo. You're talking about the Goodison Park faithful. Brilliant fans, loud, proud, and menacing. And I think because of that, Everton win this 1-0.
Yeah, look, in the 31st minute of the last game, they were 2-1 up against Arsenal. Second half, they bottled it and lost 3-0. So it's hard to sit here and predict them a result, isn't it?
I'm getting a message from Big John. He's saying, hurry up, lads, because I've got a Chinese coming. Big John, what do you reckon?
Big John, this is the most played fixture in the Premier League. 210 appearances against each other.
Wow.
What do you reckon?
Coming good under Sean Dyche. He's got them playing again. He's got them working hard, playing for each other. And Villa, another team like Wolves. I'm going to go for Everton 2-0 win at home.
Leicester City against Arsenal, 14th against 1st. These are 2 teams who've got the same form over the last 5 games, Theo, 7 points each. Of all the teams in the bottom half, they've scored the most goals. What can they do against Arsenal?
If we're talking about goals, the last time them two faced, there was 6 goals.
Yeah.
The last time Leicester played at home, there was 5 goals. The last time Arsenal played, there was 6 goals. So it's all goals blazing, expecting this game to go mad.
Talking of goals, Theo, 2-2 against Aston Villa. Going into injury time, they find 2 goals.
It's another reason why this game is going to be a cricket score. It's going to be confident Leicester. You've got Iheanacho banging them. Maddison, you did it against Arsenal last time, but they lost. And that's Arsenal. Martinelli scored in the last time they played against the Foxes. This is going to be an exciting game. Make sure you're watching it.
Yeah.
How many goals? What's your prediction?
Well, I'll tell you what, Leicester City look very dangerous coming forward. Early on against Man United, they really should have scored, but they didn't. That's the key. They didn't.
Will they bottle this game? Will they feel the worry with Manchester United entering this title race.
I think this could be like a 3-3 draw. I really think this could be a very good game. But you know what? I'm going to go Leicester 1, Arsenal 2. I think Arsenal are slightly better right now.
I don't see 3 goals after everything I said. I'm
Yeah.
going 5 goals, but a similar goal difference. Leicester 2, Arsenal 3. So the Gunners are not going to bottle it. Big John, what you feeling, mate? How many goals?
This should be a good game. Leicester on their day can beat anybody, and Arsenal, after they lost to City, have found a bit of form again. I'm going to go here, 2-0 away win, Arsenal marching on to win the league title. Bash!
West Ham United in 18th against Nottingham Forest in 13th. Now West Ham, if they win this, they could jump out of the relegation zone.
can.
But they lost to Spurs.
That's the problem. And the Hammers have slumped into a relegation zone after an alarming 1 win in 11 games. Is David Moyes back under pressure?
He's always under pressure if you listen to the back pages, Theo.
Well,
but
the
give
board
him
said
some
they defended
time.
him. The
Yes.
board have come out and said they're defending him. But I'm not sure in the Premier League. It's a very toxic game with managers. Everything can change from one good result.
You're not sacked based upon one game, Theo. David Moyes, over the years, has been a very good manager. Stick with him. West Ham are going to be all right, Theo. Nottingham Forest, they keep going. That draw, Theo.
Yeah.
Manchester City,
That's
sensational. Chris Wood, tap in. Brilliant. In the right place at the right time.
That was their only shot on goal in the whole game in the 84th
doesn't
minute.
matter,
It's
Theo.
an important one. Just saying. This is a fixture I do think the Hammers will win
Yes.
because they have to. I'm going to go 1-0, Jared Bowen to score.
That is a very good shout. This could easily be something like a 0-0 or a 1-1,
Yeah.
but because of home advantage, I'm giving this to West Ham United. 2-1 to West Ham. Big John, you're a West Ham fan. Not sure if you're Moyes in or Moyes out. All I can say is, bosh, what do you think?
A lot of my mates are West Ham fans. West Ham's our local team, but I think they're in big trouble. Too negative under Moyes, far too negative. But they've come back strong. Well done to the club for keeping faith in the manager. But I'm going to go for a draw. 2-2. West Ham are fighting for their lives, so the players will put a bit of extra effort into it. But I still don't think they're going to have the quality or the drive under Moyes to get the win.
Leeds United against Southampton,
Oh,
battle of the basement, 19th
jeez.
against 20th. Games don't come bigger than this. Now,
6 points
Leeds
up.
United, last week they had no shots on target.
Embarrassing.
Worst form in the league.
They badly need a manager, and they've got one in Javi Gracia. The last time he was appointed as a manager, his first game, guess what? It was Southampton at home, and they lost 1-0 back in 2018. He will not be looking for the same outcome with Leeds United.
If you're going to do Thogden facts, I'm going to do a Thog Dad fact. Josh, cue the music. Southampton have won 4 games away from home this season. That means they've got 2/3 of their points away from their home ground.
Can I just have a second to talk about Ward-Prowse?
Yes.
Away from home. Whenever that man scores, they seem to win. Actually, I think from their last 6 away games, Ward-Prowse has scored 4 goals, all from the dead ball.
Because it's at Leeds, I'm going to go Leeds. It's the crowd effect. It's the Ellen Road effect. Leeds absolutely must win this. 1-0 Leeds.
It's their new manager as
Yes,
well.
yes.
They got bullied at Everton, but at Ellen Road, you're never getting bullied with that atmosphere. 1-1, and I'm sorry, Leeds, it's because of Galonto, who's going to score first very early on. He's just going to get a breakaway goal. A little fact about him, his last 2 goals have come in the first minute.
Wow.
Mad. Geezer's a genius. The Italian will score, but then Leeds will work a way back. I just don't know who scores the goals. Right now for Leeds,
Yeah.
that's the problem. Bamford, start scoring, mate. Jack Harrison, what you doing, fella? But I wish them the best of luck. They need a result.
Not holding out much hope for this game, to be honest with you. I think Leeds are in a lot of trouble. Southampton are both in a lot of trouble as well. I can see neither team winning this. I'm going to go for 1-1. Zibash!
Bournemouth against Manchester City, 17th against 2nd. A very important game. Bournemouth beat Wolves. Theo, what do you think of that?
Oh, madness. Tavernier. Smash and grab. It wasn't even smash and grab. People come into a Bournemouth away fixture and think, well, at home for Wolves. And they say, you know what? This is the easiest game of the Premier League whole fixture list. That's the one they expect to win. And the Cherries went there with an attitude of, do you know what? We want to get out of this relegation zone. We're going to graft out a few points. And they did exactly that. Tavernier, Solanke, all involved. They've got players with pace and they'll cause a threat. I think the Cherries can escape relegation, you know.
Manchester City have got the best form in the league over the last 5 games, joint with Man United. That might surprise some people.
Yeah.
Because they keep stumbling, don't they?
They do, it's weird. Pep Guardiola doesn't have as strong a team as he did last year. He doesn't. So when you've got more fixtures in Europe and you're travelling, it becomes more difficult.
This is a potential banana skin.
Arsenal
Theo.
will be licking their lips watching this.
I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to go Bournemouth 1 and Manchester City 2.
I'm going to say the same thing, and I think we've bottled it here.
We
bottled it because we don't back the smaller club enough.
And because you
Especially
bottled
you.
it, Theo, what I want from you is a Bosch in a Russian style.
I want Boschski. I want the Bosch. I want Le Bosch.
Bournemouth, a couple of good results lately, showing a bit of signs of life to stay in the league. I can't see anything other than a City win, a convincing City win. 3-0. 3-0 away win for Man City. Blue Bars.
Over to the middle of the table now, Theo. 12th against 8th. It's, of course, Crystal Palace against Liverpool. Crystal Palace drawn 4 of the last 5, but how close were they to beating Brentford?
They fought well. The problem with Palace right now, too many draws. 0-0, 1-1s. They can't graft out results. What does Patrick Vieira need to do?
I don't know. More of the same, really. I think it's going to come good. The trouble with Crystal Palace, they're always in this middle position, aren't they? It's like they've got nothing to play for. I think Vieira's doing a great job. I think the personnel he's got there is great. It just needs 2 or 3 more signings over the next 2 or 3 years. I want to see this team fighting for Europe. Liverpool go away to Newcastle and beat them 2-0. That is a brilliant result. Only the second defeat of the season for Newcastle. Real Madrid tore them apart.
I don't know what happened. And does that bring confidence? I know Liverpool a few times this season have taken a defeat, and Jurgen Klopp has helped the team bounce back with a bigger win. In the Prem, they look good, but they just had a complete off day, and the fact they went 2-0 up as well just made... They bottled
Theo, it was at times Sunday League defending.
It's awful. If they defend like that against Eze, Elise, they'll get finished. They'll get punished. Having said that, I will go and bottle it because I think Liverpool will turn it around. Jurgen Klopp is a great manager at doing that. And Mohamed Salah seems to be back. He's scoring goals again, which is important. I'm going to go Palace 0, Liverpool 2. And I'm not confident with that prediction. I just think we'll see a different Reds that day.
I'm going to go Crystal Palace 1. I think they'll score. Liverpool 2.
Okay, similar predictions. On a Sunday, one man loves a Chinese.
Theo, he just has the whole menu, mate.
Chicken chow mein.
Young chow fried rice.
Shrimp Walton soup.
The black pepper beef.
Triple salute chicken.
The emperor's prawn.
Salt and pepper spiced prawn.
The peppercorn fish in a
pineapple
swish and
fried
style.
rice. Big John, what do you
Chicken
think?
spring roll.
What's happened to Liverpool? Unbelievable demise. Will they turn it round? I don't think so. Palace at home are a strong side. I'm going to go Palace 2, Liverpool 1. Stripes Bars.
Tottenham Hotspur against Chelsea, 4th against 10th. More importantly, it's another London derby, Theo. Now, Spurs won 4 of the last 5. Heung-Min Son has turned into super sub, hasn't he, Theo? He scored 80% of his goals from the subs bench.
Finally looked good again after that West Ham result, and it was Kane to Son. As we always say it. Has he turned over a new leaf, Thogden?
Yes, he has, Theo. He was looking good. He needed that for his confidence. I think Spurs now, it's a big battle for 4th place. I think they're going to get Champions League football. I'm worried that Conte is not at the club next season. I was with some Spurs fans last night, and they are resigned to him going.
Let's not bypass here. They've got a massive game against Chelsea. Whenever Tottenham play Chelsea, it's fierce. Now, the Blues, it just seems like nothing is clicking right now. They've gone and spent 600 million, and they can't get a flipping win.
I think they've written off the season, Theo. They've spent a lot of money. Those players are not gelling yet. We shouldn't expect them to gel in week 1, Theo. It will come good eventually.
Well, let's talk about it. Graham Potter, is he the problem? Is he going to get sacked, or will they keep him as a project?
I thought it was bizarre when they brought him in. Good manager at Brighton. It was too early for the Chelsea job. Too much too soon. They've got to work out right who should be at Chelsea Football Club next year in terms of the playing staff.
Yeah, when I watched that game against the Saints, you saw Havertz trying to make things happen. He was pretty good at linking things.
Yeah.
Raheem Sterling, how many times? This guy, how is he a professional footballer at times? I watch him and think that because he can't flip score in front of the goal.
Theo.
He just can't put it in the corner. No Chelsea player can do that right now. I just feel one day Chelsea will turn it on. They will.
Yes.
And it could be at Tottenham away. But right now I'm going to have to back the home team.
Yes.
I saw hope against West Ham. I saw a team that want to win and they want to hold on to top 4 for next season. So I'm going to go Tottenham 2. Chelsea 1. But I do think that Chelsea goal will be sneaked in from João Felix. He's the only man who actually looks like he can score a goal at the moment.
I reckon Spurs win this one. I think it's a typical Spurs 1-0 win.
Chelsea bought so many players, haven't gelled, have they? Bought mercenaries, I think. I'm going to go 0-0. I think it's going to be quite boring.
And now for the double game week. Arsenal against Everton, I'm going 2-0.
Low scoring game. Sean Dyche will make it difficult, but the Gunners will grind out a result.
Arsenal playing for the league title. I think they're going to win this one, even though Everton under Dyche are showing a harder team to beat. Arsenal being at home, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Arsenal win. Gunners, bash!
Liverpool versus Wolves, I'm going 2-0 again.
I'm going 2-0 as well. I can't back Wolves right now with goals. And Liverpool at home, Anfield, you never walk alone. They're going to be pelting it out. They need a win. I agree.
Liverpool, terrible season. Absolutely dreadful. I think Liverpool turn this one round. I think 2-0 Liverpool. Don't put any money on my bets. On my assumptions because they're probably all bloody wrong. Have it large. Bye.
Thank you, Big John, for your predictions. Thog Dad, we're back for Game Week 25. What a joke. We need Thog Dad and Big John on some kind of podcast or something together.
Yeah,
Two absolute legends of the game. 15,000 likes. Mark Goldbridge will be the guest on Premier League predictions next week.
No way.
Absolutely serious. Every week we're getting on guests. Leave your suggestions. Which guest next in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Big week of Premier League. We may even bring back the live streams.
I'm going off for a Chinese.